Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm going to be giving you this tutorial. It's kind of a busy street that I'm making this on right now, so if it's a little bit loud, I apologize, but I'm going to do my best to get you the information you need this morning. So in our project, this is the next step here. We're going to be adding to that shadow layer. So in the last step, we made a separate layer for the black line. We got the eyes and lips separated. We got the skin tone separated. Notice all of those are locked. And then I'm just drawing in my shadow layer. And you can see what's the results are is when I click the eyeball here, it turns the visibility on and off. You can see where I have shadows under the edge of the hair, around the nose. I'll be adding more shadows as I progress. That's all going to happen above the skin tone layer. So it's really important to separate it so that when you draw this, the black line is actually covering up the shadow layer where it overlaps the skin layer. So if I turn this off right here, you'll see my shadows just kind of go out around the edges. I'm using that same technique as I did in the hair with the pencil tool. All of this is being drawn with the pencil tool with the fill, except for these guys. These are just regular lines that I drew. Similar to what I did in the hair as well. So I started with the pencil tool to block the shape in, and then I used the brush tool to add some realism to that style there. You notice I've also got shadows underneath the eyebrows. Right here, underneath the eyebrows as a feature, and I have shadows around the nose, etc. So those are all places you can look to add your shadows to. I'll just walk through it really quickly. I'll make a new layer here, and I'm just going to name this Shadow Demo. And I'm going to turn off the other one. Still underneath the eyes and lips and above the skin tone here. So I'm going to grab the pencil tool. Shortcut is the letter N. I'm going to sample this color right here. And then I have this color palette over here that I'm working with. I'll show you this in just a minute. We'll get into this in the shading portion, but I'm just going to take this color, and there's different ways you can make it darker. So I could either slide this direction, or I could come down this way, adding a little bit of gray to it, come down in the corner, adding a little bit of black to it. I'm just going to come over this side here and make the shadow a little bit more like this. It's not very much different. If you go really extreme with it, it's maybe too much, but remember, you can always change the color of it later, right? So I'm going to press OK here, and letter N, and I'm just drawing with my finger right here, so it's going to be a little bit off, but if I look at the image, you can see there's a lot of shadows coming from underneath the hair, so I'm going to draw all this in here. There's some shadow around the nose here. This is where I drew that in before. This side right here. It's a little bit of shading up in here underneath the eye. This one's pretty well lit, so there's not a whole lot to do here. She's got some shadow behind her neck here where her hair is overlapping, and then a little bit under here where I'm just going to add for emphasis underneath. I missed some hair there. I'm going to add some to that too. So nothing extreme right now. We're just going to keep it kind of mellow. And in fact, you can just leave that skin tone layer turned off, and if you want to, and you can just start drawing like this shape. It goes right here, and then I kind of like this little slide out right here, and I'm just going to wrap that right up to the top. Boom, there's that shape. If I turn on the skin, you can see it right there. Boom. So this is convenient right here, just kind of drawing underneath the shape layer for the hair, and then I'm just going to start to do some of this back and forth here, zigzag, right up underneath the hairline, because remember, we're seeing through the hair onto the scalp, and yeah, that's going to cast a little bit of a shadow. There it is. Boom. Yeah. Let's get in close here. Maybe add a little bit more underneath here, a little bit down here. I'm going to come all the way down to the neck, and then I'm going to draw kind of a curvy shape right there instead of just a straight line going down, because that's a round shape. That neck is round, and I want it to curve like that to show that it's round. I'll keep going here, just a little bit more. I'm just going to do underneath the neck right here. And I'm going to do something similar. It's going to go like this. Curve shape down here. Bring it back to here. Ruh-roh. Oh, I have it turned off. Try it again. So back here, little curve right here. Connect to the neck. And we'll see. It's pretty decent. If I go in here, if you want to, we're gonna do some shading in a couple different ways. So this is one of the ways that you can do some shading around the nose. Definitely don't go too heavy with this stuff because it'll get confusing, but I'm gonna draw in this shape. Now this is round, so it's gonna have a curve to it. I'll talk more about all that stuff in class. Do a demo about why things should be round or why things should have curvature to them. There's a couple of details right there that I like, and then also way down in here in the hair, the eyebrows, just doing the same thing, like kind of making these zigzag lines that happen. I'm gonna bring that down here and kind of zigzag it underneath here. Not being too fancy about it. Yes, just including that shape and come around this way. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, and so do the same thing on the other side, and this is what we come up with. And I'm just going to let this one go for now. Just work with one layer. So I've got the shadow, skin tone, eyes and lips, black line. I've separated my hair into a different layer too. I'll teach about that later. But this is the part that we're going to get to next, which is this over here. And what this is called is a value shift. And value just refers to lightness and darkness. And I purchased some brushes that do a really great job of mimicking like texture or how something feels. And I like this particular style here. And you can see we've got lighter skin going to pale skin, and we've got darker skin going to more highlighted skin here as well. And those skin tones are coming from this color palette right here, which you can download and install as well. And then I'm using this brush set right here, True Grit Texture Supply Grain Shader brushes. And we're gonna install these and you can use them on your computer, and that's what the big lesson is for today. So we got that